Welcome, everyone. You are about to embark on a journey through the universe as you indulge in this extraordinary essence of enlightened, empowered, evolved. Let the show begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just in time. Greetings, I'm Luke Bryan Smith, and welcome to Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved, where we educate, motivate, and liberate you through enlightening dialogues, empowering music, and evolving content. I know everyone's doing well and everything is unfolding perfectly. And I'm excited yet again because my next guest is the founder of the Bolen Alchemy Institute, originally the Bolen Health Institute. She has distinguished herself by pioneering innovative therapeutic techniques that blend timeline therapy, clinical hypnotherapy, and neuro-linguistic programming. She had opened one of the first global virtual healing hubs, redefining what health is and looking to promote human wholeness. Her work focuses on transformative personal development, guiding people to tap into their power, and a whole lot more. But without further ado, I introduce to you Dr. Liz Bolen. How are you doing today, Doctor?
Thank you. I'm doing really, really well. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here. I have looked through what you guys are doing and your mission with Enlightened, Empowered, Involved, and I am just awestruck by what you guys are accomplishing here and how you're touching people.
Yes, yes, and I just resonate with when I uh, previewed your just your information and your page on social media, your information on social media. Just I just aligned right away with it because I knew this person, this woman, this amazing being is just elevating the planet in her own powerful way. And I just had to get you on here. And I am so thankful and honored that you accepted my invitation. And I just want to say one more thing that I believe that time is one of the most precious assets, one of our most precious assets. And for you to decide to spend a moment of your time here on Enlighten, Empowered, Evolve, I just want to again extend my sincerest gratitude to you. Thank you very much for being here, Dr. Liz.
Thank you. Again,
Yes.
time is the only thing that can ever be spent.
Yes, yes, yes. So let's just get right into it. As I mentioned before, I want to see what some of these abbreviations stand for. Maybe I don't know. Like, okay, let's start with ND. What is that?
So I am a trained naturopathic doctor up
Oh,
here
okay.
in the Toronto area in Canada.
Okay.
So that's where my doctor titles come from, and I started in the holistic health realm. And I bridged traditional medicine into the alternative medicine worlds.
Mhm.
And that's where I started my journey in health and transforming it. And I've grown it and evolved it since then.
Wow. You see how that just taps right into what we're doing here, evolving, enlightening, empowering, evolving, and it's just amazing. And what about the other abbreviations? I'll just let you already know what abbreviations they are. I'll just let you go down the line and tell us what they all are referring to.
So I have a TNLP, which is a trainer in neuro-linguistic programming. I
Okay.
am part of the American Boards of Neuro-Linguistic Programming, which is a global board that allows me to practice in over 45 different countries around the world.
Wow. Wow.
And then I have the TTLT, which is a trainer in timeline therapy. And
Mhm.
that's really a mix of shamanism, hypnotherapy, and NLP. It was created by an amazing genius whose mission was to transform the world. And he was the first white man for the head of a Huna line. So
Mm.
it is some powerful quantum dynamics shifting, creating 0 point stuff. And then I have the TCHt, which is a trainer in certified hypnotherapy. And that's
Wow.
part of the ABH. So essentially, I'm the second highest level that you can be in these designations.
Mm.
And it allows me to train others the tools that changed my life.
That is absolutely amazing. And you can just tell just from listening to you that you are just really engaged in what you believe in and just engaged in and thorough research in your purposes, and it's just amazing. And it's I don't think it's a coincidence, but you mentioned something about shaman, and one of my previous guests just sent me a gift, a book on something that has shaman in it. Hmm.
I
Know if
love.
you know if you ever heard of that, but yeah, I've never. Yeah, I'm not really familiar, but I'm going to be. So that's amazing. So, Dr. Bolen, give us a little insight on, okay, first it was originally the Bolen Health Institute, how that came about, how that unfolded, what did that all entail, and what did it evolve into? And just give us a little inside, uh, description or design.
So
Yeah.
as you can see, it's still listed as the Bolen Health Institute here. And it started as my mission that I wanted to change the wellness world. I
Okay.
had been let down by the medical system
Right.
really, really early.
Right.
That's why I went the alternative route in the first place.
Mm,
And then I had extreme anxiety attacks. Like I come from trauma in the background and I was really good at masking. Can you say neurodivergent? I was high functioning, though I always had it. And I had done everything under the sun. And I was still getting anxiety attacks. So one day it got so bad I was not able to leave my house, and I definitely was not safe in my house.
wow.
And I wasn't gonna live that way. So I did a Google search, and I already did voodoo. So I
Mm,
just typed my version of voodoo at that point, and I
right.
put in hypnotherapy. I had no idea I'd heard about it. And Google has divine intervention. I swear, like Google knows.
Right.
And this amazing coach who was a clinical psychotherapist and had hypnotherapy, and then a few other designations after her name. I had no idea what they meant. Met with me and made me a guarantee that blew my mind. And I actually asked what she was taking and if what she was taking would help me more. So she told me she could get rid of my anxiety attacks and I could live asymptomatic for the rest of my life
Okay.
with a guarantee. And again,
Guaranteed.
I thought, I was like, what are you on? And can I have some? Because that may help. And she's like, I promise I'm not on anything. And she's like, what do you have to lose? I remember these words, like they ring in my head like every day. What do you have to lose? My answer was
Right.
my anxiety.
Yes. Good answer.
So I went, okay, I'm going to trust the process.
Right.
I had no idea what was in. She told me within 10 hours, asymptomatic for the rest of my life.
Mm,
And I went, okay. So I did the process. And within 10 hours, I haven't had an anxiety attack in almost a decade. And I was already a doctor by this point. So, and I've been through living in the Canadian Arctic. I have been through an abusive marriage to
right.
an RCMP or a cop.
Right.
I've been a single mom, and these are all high pressure situations.
Exactly.
And not
Right.
once has it ever flared up.
Hmm.
So it was one of those, this is something different. I
Right.
had felt like a whole new person, and it was the shortest amount of time I'd ever heard of.
Right.
So I decided that eventually I wanted to go get them. I loved it. When I was going up to the Canadian Arctic with my then husband, I wanted to still help people. And I wasn't going to be a traditional naturopath. I wasn't going to be putting acupuncture needles in people. I wasn't going to be seeing them online. This wasn't my route. And I was like, okay, let me go get something that changed my life so I can still be of service.
Right.
I got the rest of the things. I got the timeline therapy, I got the NLP, I got the hypnotherapy, and I got the NLP results coaching, which does not have a designation or letters at the end of my name. And push comes to shove, I just wanted to work one on one. That was the goal. That was my goal, I should say.
Right.
That was not the plan, though. The plan was very different. And I went through the courses, which were mind blowing and transformative, and really did a lot of shadow work without telling you they're doing a lot of shadow work.
Right.
And then I ended up being able to train others, which again, I wanted to stay one on one, work with people. And I was called to help other people learn these tools to help others. So if I think of my ripple effect,
Yes.
the one on one is great, it has beautiful ripples. but how do you make a bigger impact faster?
Right.
Work with the people who are working with people to create even
Mm,
more ripples in a faster, in a shorter period of time.
wow.
So the Bolen Health Institute was formed, and we had primarily wellness providers at that time come in. I was working with more of the health industry and the wellness. And as it evolved, I realized that people are people. Like
Right.
humans are humans. It
Yes.
doesn't matter what your background is, it doesn't matter what's going on. So the Bolen Alchemy Institute was the step up where we started looking at human wholeness. It's a little more honest about what's really going on, since health is really narrowed into, we like to say it's mind, body, and soul.
Right.
And we're getting there. So the alchemy piece is really looking at disease and health from mechanisms.
Mm,
Everyone knows the principle: energy cannot be created or destroyed.
destroyed. Only transferred or whatever.
Transformed,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
So if you have the energy you have, period, it means that we actually have to go in and take where your energy is being blocked and transform that. And typically that's where people say it's your shadow, or people say that they're stuck. It's that one spot in your life that you don't want to go to,
Mm,
that you swear it's fine, and it's the thing that scares you the most to actually go through it.
right.
But that is unconsciously taking up the most amount of energy, period. And it's the thing that is actually anchoring you to your current reality, your current now, your current
Right.
situation.
Current everything, mindset, everything. Uh, things that keep reoccurring, that you undesirables, things that keep occurring. Yes. I resonate with that. Yes.
So in alchemy, it's basically very simple, the science base to it. So we take this, and what we're going to do is we're going to take that energy that's really no longer serving you, and it's actually causing disease. It's causing you to be stuck. It's causing the things you don't want in life. And we
Mm,
take that energy and we transmute or transform, depends on where you're at with that, into something that you wanted. That's where your biggest dreams are. This is where we consider wholeness or human beings. So the Bolen Alchemy Institute is really just evolving and coming out of the closet more,
right.
saying that this is how humans are wired.
Right.
These are divine laws and principles that guide your everyday life.
Right.
You
Amazing.
don't get to separate out you from work, you from your house, you from your responsibilities other places. You are you.
Mm,
So why are we pretending that you get to be different? Why
mm,
aren't we looking at you as a whole and
right.
supporting you as a whole versus a healthcare provider who gets to say, well, that's not my jurisdiction. Your finances aren't my jurisdiction. Well, that's one
Right.
of the leading sources of stress in the world.
Right. It is. It certainly is. So why separate that if that's contributing to, yeah, the dysfunction or what have you? Yes, that's amazing. And I won't even pretend to even act like I have uh, uh, insight and knowledge on everything that you were talking about. But I will say, I can only really say that just by listening to you, it sounds amazing. It makes it to me even more powerful that you've went through things yourself, and from those experiences, it motivated you to want to seek more and to help other people, and the fact that you are already in the medical field and just your perspectives, because a lot of your perspectives in regard to the medical field, in regard to like separating this and that, I share those same things. It's like, what's going on here. So for you to be able to help the person, and I'm just making this as in putting breaking this down in simplest terms as I can, to be able to help the person as a whole, and you know eradicate things as quickly, just like you um experience, that is absolutely amazing. Yes.
And it's not that this is what I want to be the norm.
Right. Yes.
This isn't like, I'm not special. Like
Right,
we're all
right.
special,
Yes,
but
you
I'm not
are. Yeah,
special.
I'm about to
You
say
know?
you're special because you're here.
Yes. Like
Everybody, all of my
we're all
guests are
special, but
special.
we're not special. And you know what I'm saying. We're all
Yes,
unique,
I
we're all
understand what you
beautiful,
mean.
and we're all human.
Yes.
So it's working with how humans actually are designed
Right.
and stopping pretending that it needs to take, like your chronic cases need to take just as long to heal.
Yes,
And
and they don't.
they don't. In traditional therapies alone, 100%, that's the model. That's how you work with those therapies. But if you're working with many different pieces and higher frequency therapies and
Right.
different ways to work with people, you
Right.
get quantum leaps in health.
Mhm. I like that word right there. That actually gives me sort of like the chills when I hear that quantum leaps because I know that means it's moving fast.
Yes, it moves
Yes.
very fast. And
Yes.
that's what we're designed to. Like we are designed unconsciously to always seek change. We are designed as energy
Right.
bodies.
Right.
And
Right.
if we learned to actually work with our body and
Right.
our unconscious and the parts of us that are actually running the show,
Right.
it's almost instant. Like it is something that beyond your wildest dreams, how far you can come
Mm.
in a very short period of time if you allow yourself.
Wow. That's another powerful word, allow. And that's something I had to learn and am still developing to allow because oftentimes uh, my default, I would say, mechanisms kick in. And when I say default, I don't mean who we really are, but I mean back to what I was programmed to think and indoctrinated to think and feel and the way I was to allow, you know, things to come to me. And you mentioned something earlier that was amazing too. You said that Google had divine intervention. What it was is the divine intervention just used Google, but you attracted that divine intervention yourself, and I'm sure you know that. And amazing, and the same with me. Divine intervention has been a big part of my life. Even when I say that I experienced my transformation, it was because it led me to seek out insight and perspectives online to get me going in the right direction. And thus, I'm here speaking with people with, with specified, specific knowledge and things that resonate, and just different perspectives of what I already know and perspectives of what I haven't even heard of and what I don't know. And it's just amazing. And I know all of it. Like I said in the beginning of the podcast, everything is unfolding perfectly. And it's just that's why this is one of the reasons why I enjoy doing this podcast so much, because I never know what I'm going to learn. Not only am I sharing this, but this is a class for me as well. And just to be able to and I admit, I don't come on here, I don't try to um, come across as someone that knows about everything someone is talking about. I'll tell you if I don't know. I don't know. I can only speak what resonates with me or ask whatever questions come to me. I won't, yeah, I know about all this you just said. No, I don't. And that's why you're teaching us.
And you can't
Amazing.
learn anything if you
Right.
pretend to know everything.
Everything. There you go.
And that's
Yes.
what we're here to do is learn. We're here to, again, learn, evolve,
Right.
grow.
Grow. Yes, yes. So how would how do you go about working with people? Do they come to you? Do they come to your center, or do you work with them online? I mean, how does that usually work? Is there a better way that's better than the other? Give us a little insight on that.
So there are two parts of the business in the Bolen Health Institute. One is the virtual healing hub,
Right,
and that is where we are completely 100% virtual. This
right.
is where you work with either myself or some of my students and my mentees.
Mm,
And we have formed an amazing team and group
wow.
where we work in the high frequency modalities. And they're
Yes,
all different kinds of healthcare providers with all different backgrounds.
I love it. High frequency modalities. Excuse me for interrupting you, but I just
Yes.
wanted to repeat some of those things that you were saying that feel good just listening and repeating them.
The high frequency modalities.
Modalities. Yes.
And so it's completely virtual. If one of us actually says, hey, I think that you need a physical modality in your area, what we will do is we will reach out to local healthcare providers or people that you need and help
Right.
source them. So it becomes this really cool integrative team that's actually looking out for your best interest overall. And sometimes that ends up being a financial advisor.
Mm,
Sometimes that ends up being someone for acupuncture. Sometimes that ends up being a different type of marriage counselor.
right.
Like there is no limit in what you need,
Right.
and our
And it's
job is to help facilitate
no
it.
one size fits all. It's like
No.
you develop a unique uh, path and program for each individual. That's amazing.
So that's the one-on-one working with myself or one of my mentees. Then the other side, again, completely virtual. I am completely virtual and global. You will see people from all over the world. You'll see
Yes.
people, as long as you have access to internet, we're good.
Mm,
And the institute itself are for people who want to really learn how to fish. We're
right.
the types of, yes, we can give you a fish, because sometimes you really need one. You're at that point where you're like,
Yeah.
something's got
Right.
to change. I was there. So you need the fish, you need it now.
Right.
That's the virtual healing hub. Then, if you want to learn how to fish, you want
Right.
to learn how to do these, start making this into what we consider a lifestyle of high frequency learning, how to change your mindset, how to work with people and be part of a global group that's going to keep you accountable to grow and evolve and change and be the best version of you, even when you're in the darkest moments. You will find people there who are looking to put their hand and give you guidance.
Wow.
And that becomes how you learn how to do this for the rest of your life.
Mm,
That is the institute part where you come learn those high frequency modalities and you
right.
enter in to that global elite group
Right.
who are looking to come together to change and to evolve really the world and humanity.
Yes.
We
Yes.
started something bigger, but that is the let me do these modalities with myself and others. Sometimes people just go through the modalities because they want access to it themselves.
Right.
It is essentially, this is how you learn how to fish for the rest of your life
Right.
version. And
Yes.
that's personally my favorite. Both are valid. We just assess where you're at.
Mm,
And in that assessment piece, you will always get my honest opinion. I
right.
am known for being very honest, sometimes very blunt, sometimes very needed.
Right.
and
Right. No, I get it. Yes.
and the very end of the day is you will get my honest opinion of where you need to go. And if that is, here's your fish going to receive the high frequency modalities on yourself personally first, or here, let me learn how to fish, let me actually learn the modalities, adopt them into my life, and uplift others
Right.
in the process. And sometimes it's not me. And like, this is part of the sorting piece. All modalities are valid.
Mm,
It's knowing where you are on your journey and on your path.
wow.
And sometimes that's not me. A mentor fondly told me one time, blowing up people bad.
Mm,
That comes with frequency. So if you're
yes.
too high frequency and there's too big of a gap and you're not ready for it on your journey, it's actually detrimental.
Mm, wow.
So we sit here and we go, okay, where are you on your journey? Let's honestly look at where you're at. Because we're going to get you help regardless. We're going to help you.
Right.
Whether it's us personally is up for seeing, it's up for what's going to happen after it. Though at the end of the day, we will find someone to make sure that you are guided through whatever you're going through right now.
Right. That's important.
And that is important.
Right.
So we have these different assets, and because we want the absolute best for anyone that comes in contact with us, we will very honestly tell you this is where you need to go. And if it is not us quite yet, go work through this and then come back.
Wow.
And you'll see us check it and going, how's it going? How was that referral? How, like, we still want to keep that connection going. I want to make sure you're taken care of,
Wow.
because that's important.
Wow. Absolutely amazing. And I love the fish and fishing analogy, by the way. I think that resonates with a lot of people. Yeah, and it definitely resonates with me. Yeah, teach someone, you give them a fish. Yes, they're hungry right now. They need the fish, but then how do they sustain? And that's where you teach them how to fish. Yes, that's absolutely amazing. So, if someone or someone's or people, whoever, how would they, while we're here, how would they connect with you? Can you share with us a link that they can get started, get an assessment, or how does that work? Do they get an assessment first, have an initial like call and a checklist you send them? How does that work?
So it's very simple. I keep it as simple as possible. I find it the
Okay.
most effective.
All right.
Um, I have given you a link to my website, and on
Okay.
my website you will see book a Zoom tea with
Okay.
Dr. Liz. And all you got to do is book in a Zoom tea and bring an actual hot beverage because I just want you to feel comfortable and
Right.
relaxed. And we're just going to have a conversation.
Wow. And can you verbally tell us for those that are just listening, uh, your website?
So it's www.bolen, Bolen, alchemy, Alchemy, Institute, Institute.com.
Right. You got it. And
I
thank
have
you.
I always trip up on institute too, so I had to make sure that was correct.
Yes, it's correct. I was looking at it as you were saying it. So I would have
Yes.
I would have chimed in if you messed it up. So it's amazing. And yes, it is going to be along with your information. These links are going to be incorporated in the description of the segment. So that everyone that's watching and listening can go into the description and just click those links and get right to you. And that is absolutely amazing. So before we conclude this segment, is there any um, last ideas, anything that's coming up, or just encouragement, or anything that you would like to share with us?
So I did provide everyone a gift. And
Okay.
I'm a big person of you always give something.
Is
That's
that
my
this special offer get
that is
link?
the special offer
Okay.
gift link. Yeah,
So for
that's the one.
So excuse me for stopping your flow, but just to highlight that. So everyone go to the description of this segment and click that special offer link. And right now you're about to tell us what that link will lead us to.
Yes, so that is my gift, and it's my gift to the world from some of the harshest but yet most moving lessons I've ever learned.
Mm.
So it's the personal power matrix.
Okay.
And it is how you are going to master personal boundaries to unlock your limited potential.
Mm.
And it comes from learning that your boundaries are your responsibility. And it outlines how I learned that viscerally. And it's going to go through how to do this at a quantum pace.
There it
So
is. There's that word again.
I said it. So it's all about this quantum pace, and it's making sure that you are taken care of, especially as the world is transitioning. And
Right.
it's my special gift to you from some of the most impactful lessons I've ever had
Right.
on learning how to step into my own and hold my own power so I can do my mission. And that is my gift to everyone to start that piece, especially if they're struggling. That is the thing we want you to go download and read and then fill out
Yes.
the questions.
Yes. Do that. Doctor said, doctor's orders. Download that and
Yes.
fill out that section. Yes,
Yes.
and I'm not exempt, so I must do it as well. And that is absolutely amazing, doctor. And thank you again for just showing us your authentic self and just wow, just for sharing with us your amazing part of your amazing journey and your intentions and your passions and your expertise and your knowledge and just so much more. Whatever I left out, just all of that as well. But just thank you again. And thank you everyone for watching and or listening. I know everyone enjoyed this as much as I did. I know it. I can just feel it, the energy. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Be sure to go into the description again of this segment and click those links. Hook up with the doctor and find out, get some healing going on, get some information going on, whatever. I don't even want to put titles or limits on whatever. Just click those links. And we're all like the doctor just said, we're all meant to keep growing and changing. So whenever someone is giving you some links for some information, especially if you resonate with was being talked about, click in those links and learn. Learn more. If not, if just for so you have this knowledge, maybe you can share it with someone else. So you run across someone else that may these modalities, these services may help them, and you have, hey, I watched this podcast. You should go into these links, and check them out. I think they might be of service to you. So go in there. Also, check out the Enlightened Empowered Evolved website as well at 333empower.com. And wherever you're watching this and or listening, be sure you subscribe. Be sure you hit the like button, leave comments, questions, just help the platform grow. Share it, share this amazing information, this amazing video, help the podcast grow and help inform, enlighten, and this type of information to everyone. Thank you very much. Love and appreciation to everyone. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your support. See you soon. Enlighten, Empowered, Evolve.